Right, good morning everyone. I've got my scrap box. And yes, it's full of scrap. But it's my scrap. And today, I've got some of those as well. Today we're going to do from scrap box to beautiful flowers. So I'm going to put my bits away where I need them. So I've got some of this iridescent pearl trim. It's the 6mm. We do have it in the shop. Also the luxury one, 6mm. We have that in the shop as well. We have the 4mm, 2mm pink buttercream and cream. So that's those bits. Now, I'm just getting organised because I've had to bring all of this stuff in. I don't need that yet. I was just collecting I have a scrap tray and a scrap box, so I was just collecting bits from each. So these are my oddments of flowers, tissue papers and whatnot, so I can delve into them. Now before I do this, just want to show you what's just arrived. I sent for these gorgeous frames and they've taken that long to arrive. I can't even remember where I've sent, where I bought them. So it was a foreign place, so if I can go in and find out where I got them from, I'll put it in the link. Nice frame. It's only a small picture frame though. But hey ho, very detailed, looks lovely. So we're going to try that. So then there's this one, which is a bigger frame. See, they were, I'm trying to think where I bought them from. The country, I'm not sure. If I remember rightly, if it was Lithuania, somewhere like that. I found them on the internet. But I found them weeks ago. But there's another frame. You can have it either way. So hopefully these work. And they're nice to work with. And then I got this one as well. They're very well made, I have to say. Very well made. Like that. Now I am going to go through my moulds because I've got moulds I've never used and moulds I've used rarely but don't want anymore, and they'll be going up for sale as a job lot, so if anyone's interested let me know. There'll be quite a few, but I'm only keeping the ones I know I'm going to use quite a bit. That's really detailed and I do like that. Very nice. Yes, so that's those. Now I've got, like I say, my personal feathers at the side of me that I use, all the time. I've got a drawer full of them, but I've got that, which are the more exotic feathers. Like I say, I've got the flower bag, some backing for the flowers, and then the scrap bag or tray and then I've got the scrap doilies, and not all scrap, but I mean the ones I've thrown in a box that I can cut up in. Oh, that's quite pretty. I might use that one today. So I'm just going to turn these into flowers, okay? And I'm not sure how many flowers I'm going to do. We'll have to wait and see. So what I'm going to first do is cut some backings for the flowers, because you need those. You need a circle, and I just use felts, and I don't always cut a perfect circle, as you can see. Doesn't matter. Hardly anyone sees the back side of a flower, so just put them together. Like that. So we have 2 or 3 to work from. I've no idea what type of flower we'll end up with. In fact, I won't use the pink. I'm going to leave that. and just use this one. Like that. So with 3 or 4 or 5 of those. Okay, now you always start with the base. I do have my box at the side of me to work from, and I've got the glue gun on. That's working. Now we just need, got some spare lace from the other day that I had, and I'll say we just need 40 centimetres. I'll do it in centimetres. A lot of people work in centimetres these days, don't they? So I have my thread. And like I say, we're just going to see what we can come up with. So straight away, sorry, I've got paint on me. I've been painting this morning. I've double knotted it. And then we're just going to do a straight stitch, stocking stitch. You know what? I'm not going to do any more than that. So I'm just doing a scrap flower, which means we need scrappy bits to go on it. We're using scraps, so I'm just going to stitch that off. Like that. So we've got that. Let's just prepare what we've got. Let's do another one like that though. Because if I get them ready, I can just bung them on where I want them, can't I? You don't have to use a whole flower. You know, if you're using lace, you can use sections. Like that, and we'll just use sections today, I think, on this particular one anyway. Sorry, that was Raymond, won't you know. Yeah, I think I got a bit of a chill last week. And my nose was running. Oh my God, it was a nightmare. So I do sound like I'm bunged up, but I'm fine. I don't have a head cold or anything like that. It's just my nose bunged up. It was. But there's that many blooming bugs going about. Oh, now I've got to explain about the postage as well, the shipping. The UK Royal Mail are only shipping within the UK. The overseas parcels, they're saying, now you can, I'll give you the phone number in this link. I'll give you the link for the phone number. For overseas people, if you wish to inquire about your parcels or what's happening with the post, because they're saying they've got a cyber attack, a bug in the computer system, and therefore they're not sending any more parcels overseas yet. But listen folks, don't stop ordering, because we don't just use Royal Mail, we can use anybody. So keep ordering. If you've heard the news and that, you know, It's only Royal Mail, nobody else, just Royal Mail that can't that are not posting parcels out overseas at the moment. Now, it's been a whole week that they've not been posting, so they said. We generally know what's happening. They're trying to get rid of the small businesses. Of course, if they can't post abroad, it'll ruin them. Well, no, we can use other providers, shipping providers. So please don't let that stop you ordering if some of you are holding back for that. If you're not holding back for that and you just haven't ordered, fine, that's up to you. But we as small businesses will be shut down if we don't keep having the support and backup of you lot. We can't, you just can't exist without each other. You know what I mean? So that's my only thing. I will, well, we're using different shipping people to post abroad because Royal Mail are just trying to ruin us. We know what it's about. We're not stupid. They couldn't get us all shut down in the lockdown, so they're going to do it now while they can. They're going to try. Well, let them try. We aren't going anywhere. So, and we'll hang on as long as possible. So please, do not, if you've heard about it, I'll give you the number. You can ring them if you're worried about your parcels. Your parcels are sat in sorting offices, blah, 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 and all of that. They really are, if you haven't received them. You will get them, but they're desperately trying to stop this small business from having any business. We know what they're doing. It's been in the pipeline, and they even actually tell you what they're doing. So, but we are managing to find people who are posting, shipping out. So don't worry about it. There'll be a couple of people probably that's ordered, not last week, the week before. Well, we didn't know they were holding the parcels, and we didn't know anything about the cyber threat. So they will be with you as soon as Royal Mail release them. They can't hold them forever, I'll tell you that now. They're just doing it while they think they can get their own way. And then after that, things will resume to normal. So if you ordered in the, like 2 weeks ago, and you haven't received your parcel, Royal Mail's got them. I'll give you the number for Royal Mail and you can ring them yourselves. It's not down to us. We've done our part of the bargain. Which is to send your parcels out, and that's if you've ordered a couple of weeks ago. You know, so it is crazy, really crazy. Right, so I've got this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach one of these like that. Oops-a-daisy. One glue gun down. Got a little socket, you know, like a little arm thing for it to sit on, and it keeps falling out of it. Mind you, it's for a fishing rod. Well, I knew what I needed, but I shopped about and managed to get very similar to what I needed in a fishing rod. Why not? There you go. So that's one bit done. Now let's just have a look, see what we have here. Because I cut things off and... Let's see. Oh, I don't want peach in with that. I've got a bit of pink here. Look. See? Never waste. Never, never, never. So I do apologise, like I say, in regards to your parcel, but that's if you've ordered over 2 weeks ago. We've had strikes, and that's why I said you're better off phoning them yourselves and asking how long the strikes are going on. They've had all sorts, anything and everything they can to shut people down. We know it's not all because of issues. They've caused the issues themselves. Right, I've got a bit of satin here. Let's have a look. But it is making it awkward for us small businesses. But we need your support to stay open, to stay relevant. We need your support. So please keep it coming. Don't worry about your parcels. Don't be impatient. We're having to choose other people that are a little bit slower than Royal Mail, but that's why Royal Mail grew like it did, because they were fast and efficient. Well, now they're a load of twaddle. Like everything else, it's all going. Right, now what I'm going to do with that is to fold it like that, and then fold it again like that. Pop a little bit of glue there, and we're going to put that on there like that. I'm going to put another one of these on. It's a nightmare, you know, trying to stay afloat. It is, it really is. The lockdown has ruined many, many businesses. You know, we're only here giving a good service to help people be creative and have something to do. And but they've really gone to town on small businesses, and they're still desperately trying to carry on with it. And it's just what, so they can bring in the new agenda, whatever. They're just completely destroying businesses. You know, everyone's going to Amazon. It's not as cheap as people think. I don't care what anybody says. I've been to Amazon. I've even took it off out of it. Amazon, they're charging quite a lot of money, you know, for things, and they want it, so it's just Amazon. Well, listen, folks, the small businessman, the family business, they've always provided a good service and, you know, done as much as they can to help other people. It's not right that we're getting penalised to help the big companies destroy us. I'm sorry, it's not. You need to start thinking about what you do as a person and how do you want to help in the world. Do you want everything to shut down, all the people that you've known all your lives? Do you want your businesses to shut down? Or do you want to be that sort of person that keeps a small business afloat? Yeah, you know, just think of what service you get. You don't get a personal service when you're shopping on places like Amazon and that. They are literally destroying people and people's lives. It's hard enough for the man on the street to do anything these days. Really hard. Don't be taking part in it. Keep people like us afloat, otherwise, what's the point? You know. We might as well just shut shop and go away. Because if I shut down, I can't afford to continue doing this. Because eventually I'll run out of stuff and I'll have nothing to do. And I won't be able to afford it. And there's no jobs around. So it's not like I can go from this to another job because they're just not taking on. They're taking people on that come into this country and will work for nothing. Well, not everybody will. And I certainly won't work for nothing. So you really must think on about what they're doing and how to help the people, to help you, because what we do helps you. You know, can you see Amazon getting you stuff that I can get you? The prices I can get you? No, you can't, because they're not going to do that. You don't get that personal service. But, you know, just think about what you're doing. It's ruining us. And my shop started to decline in lockdown. You know, and I've spent years trying to do what I can to help people. But, you know, if you don't shop with me, I'll have to close. And I'm not saying don't shop anywhere else. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if you start looking elsewhere, rather than shop with people like me, that's it. We'll just end up closing down, because you can't maintain it for long. You know, when people start going elsewhere, and what other people don't realise is when somebody like Bezos is saying, "Oh, come on, Amazon." I mean, you know what I mean. Everyone shops at Amazon these days. Yeah, but Amazon's shutting down all the small businesses. Look what they sell now. Literally everything. So cut out the middleman, you know, the little man. Not the middleman, the little man. Because that's what he wants you to do. And I'm afraid it's killing businesses everywhere. So, you know, just think on. There's lots and lots of... I mean, the lady... I was shocked the other day because I've ordered some more napkins off a lady. And she's written to tell me that she's having to shut down. She's been in business a while and she's having to shut down because she can't afford to keep everything going. This mailing thing that's happened has ruined her. Because she only sells napkins, nothing else. And so not being able to get parcels posted and shipped out has ruined her. You can't live on fresh air. I know they want you to live on fresh air, but you can't. So hopefully you'll see sense and you'll help the likes of me and her to keep afloat, because otherwise we're going. There's nothing we can do about it. That's quite pretty, that one. So that's the first one anyway. Yeah, quite like that one. Just using odds and sods. There's another one. And we've got that one. Oh, found a flower. Don't need that. Right, let's have a look at this piece we've got left. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go like that. Fold that again. Let's fold that in half. I know people who've got money, it's nothing to them where they shop. Those, you know, they don't think about where they shop. I'm not on about everybody. I'm not tarring everyone with the same brush. But people with money don't tend to think about what they do with it and how they come about products and who's suffering and who isn't. But people who haven't got money, or very little, are very conscious about where they shop. And they're the sort of people that would support the little people like me and the lady, like the napkin lady I call her, because they know how hard it is. When you've got money, you don't tend to care. And I'm not tarring everybody with the same brush, I'm just saying people with money don't generally think about, oh, let's support the little man in the street. You don't do that. You just tend to go for whatever you can and pay whatever you can and sod the thought of it, you know, where it's come from, who's striving, who's struggling or anything like that. So it would be nice to stop and just give the little man on the street a bit of a thought, because it's hard trying to keep anything going these days. Yeah. Where's that bit of... Really hard, unfortunately. You know, I'm shocked. I go out up into my local area and the amount of shops that have shut down. Because during the lockdown, they're the ones that got hit the worst. Not me online. People that had high street shops. When we've lost people that we've had for decades. Family-run businesses. All had to shut down. It was scandalous what happened. But now, what's left are the online shoppers. And the big high street shoppers. Well, if you've got money, fine. You probably won't shut down. But those who haven't got money and just live, you know, basic, and just earn enough of a living to live off, not to be, you know, splashing money about, they're the ones that are going next. And the online people. It's very sad. Our market completely, I mean, Leeds market is known globally. And now there isn't anyone left of a family business in there apart from all those that have come in and took over. There's no family businesses left whatsoever. And everybody knew everybody. You know, you go there, you called your butcher by his first name, he'd call you by your first name. Everyone knew everybody, and nowadays there's nobody. It's just gone. And they don't even want to speak to you. They want you to buy the goods, but they don't want you to speak to them. You know, they won't speak to you. It's disgusting how things have gone. I'm sorry, I'm having a whinge. I'm glad I'm not in the early stages of life, because it's so bad. These kids will never, ever, ever know what it's like to be alive, because they just exist and they're stuck to their phones and whatnot. They don't know what life is like. Ray and I, it was his birthday day before, yes, 26th, it was his birthday, and we went for a dinner. And the table behind us, there was a young couple, and they were a young couple. When I say young, they were probably in early 30s, middle 30s. And the woman, she never looked up. Not once did she look up, apart from when they brought her food. She was on her phone all the time. And I just thought, my God, what is the world coming to? And her husband, he never looked up either. Or partner, whoever he was. He just didn't look up. And they were on the phones constantly. They never spoke a word to each other. Not one word. It knocked me sick. It made me angry. And I'm thinking to myself, what is the world coming to? When you have nothing to say and talk about. Because you're online constantly. You know. I don't know what they were doing, whether they were playing games, whether they... I know one of them was texting like crazy, and I'm just thinking, lost communication, innit? They've lost communication. Sorry. It is sad. Very, very sad. You know. Let me just see this. I thought, my God, if I ever went out with Raymond and he ignored me and didn't want to speak and he was on his phone, he'd get a right bollocking. Because you're not aware, when you're doing that on your phones, you are not aware of your surroundings. If somebody was to come in with a bloody gun like you get in America and things like that, you wouldn't even be aware, would you? A nutter with a knife, an idiot with a, you know, a shotgun, you wouldn't be aware. And you'd get caught out. The kids that are with them, they're not doing anything. They're just on the phones constantly. The adults must set the morals. You know. But they've got it today where you can't even say anything to your kids. They you know, if you say out to them, oh, I'm going to phone somebody. Well, fucking phone somebody. You know what I mean? Phone's there. Get on with it. I can't abide it. I'm really sorry. I just can't abide it. I think it's disgusting how they've destroyed the family. But you're getting distracted with things, you see. Like, your phone is a distraction. You're not knowing what's going off around you. And they're able then to destroy even more of your life. Because eventually you'll be going, hey, what happened there? Well, you let it happen. Sorry, but it's what Julie and I used to sit and watch and, you know, observe people. And we used to think, oh, my God, kids... I mean, we once saw a guy trying to walk off with a child, and it was only because somebody else had seen her, parents hadn't. They then started to panic when somebody shouted, hey, you're going with your kid. They weren't aware. They were too busy on the phones. And a little about 3-year-old, looked about 3. I'm thinking, my God, whatever next? Mind you, the guy who'd shouted about what... He wasn't very happy with the couple. He called them dumb and all sorts. Which they were. They were allowing, because they weren't paying attention, somebody to walk off with their child. Because you remember the case of James Bulger? Well, we lived in Lancashire, didn't we, when that took place? And I just said to him, don't you remember James Bulger being pinched? And that were by kids. My God. They're slackers out. Sorry. We've got to get this right. We've got to put things right. We just have. It's really bugged me about seeing that couple on the phones. And just thinking, how far has it got? It's like they can't communicate anymore. It's really, really sad. And it's been done on purpose. To destroy you as a human being. And you can't tell me any different. Because I've seen it happen. I've watched 3 decades of other people. Because I'm a people observer. 3 decades. And it's not good. Moan over. Sorry if I upset anybody. I don't care. I will not bow down to no elitist. Ever. Oh, that's pretty on its own. No, never. They'll have to carry me out in a frigging bag before I do that. Yeah. Let's have a look. Scrappy flowers. I'm going to put a smaller one in there, and then what I'm going to do with these is cut these in half, and we're going to fold them like that, just make them into little flowery bits, and then I'm just going to pop them like that, so it's just a doily flower basically. But I wanted it double. Like that. Right, so we've got that. And then what I'm going to do is to snip these down. And we just poke them there like that. It just a little show of pink. Like that, and a bit of greenery. Like that. Let's get another one. Wrong green. Let's try and get a lighter one. There's one. Do something like that. Then what I'm going to do is take the pearls. Sorry, I just need to clean that off because it's... I've got some little pearls. Like that. They don't all have to be the same size. That's actually a genuine pearl. I just noticed it. Yeah, I can tell the difference, and well, you can tell it's a pearl anyway. Okay. Joey! Jojo! Come on, Joey. Lay down, baby. Pappy won't be long. I have to call him Pappy. Pappy. Now, I'm just going to trim that a little bit. He won't be long. See, like that. Just tuck that in there, like that. There's another one. Tuck that one in there. One more. What you've got to do when you're making a flower is, look, you see the pearls and everything, that looks pretty. So today, there you see 3 scrap flowers. Now, I've got this and I did want to use it, so I'm going to on one of them because I think it needs it. Okay. I'm just going to pull it, and it usually straightens it a little bit, and it's this one I'm going to use it on. And I'm going to pop several in there like that. Might even put a couple more in. And let me just put a little bit more on top. Like that, just to fill that out. Pop that there and drop that down. And we've got... I'll straighten them out when it's all dried, because you just pull them and they straighten out a little bit. But we've got that one. I need a stick pin for that. Well, I made these stick pins, a long while ago. Let me just see. See those? And I just think that's perfect with having the pearl at the bottom for this flower. Like that, that's better. There you go. So, there. From a scrap box to a scrap flower. That's what I'm going to call it. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.